I've showed you guys a little bit about my raised panel design, and here's the drawing that I made on my computer. I made it with my brand new computer. I have a Dell computer, but I wanted to show you some options that you have if you're going to make a raised panel. Now, the raised panel part of it is right here in the center, right there. That's kind of hard to visualize, so I'm going to make a couple of drawings here. I've also got this box with a raised panel bed in it, and this one happens to be quite big. It's got a nice 1/2-inch shank on it. It's got 2 carbide bits in it. You can use something like this. This one's going to produce sort of this design here. Sort of this profile right here, if you can see that up here in the corner, right there. So you got that option. This one is not too expensive. The set of bits that I have, you can also do the stiles and rails of your project and make them fancy as well. I've also got my parts cut for the bridle joints, and they're going to look something like this when they're completed. So I've got the panel, or I've got the frame already made. I also have another option to make a very small profile, and that would be this bit right here that I have a router bit that goes with this. And I can use this profile here, and that's going to produce sort of this design here. That's going to produce this next design picture that I have, which would be right here. Another option that I have is to make a profile on the table saw, and it's going to look something like this. It's going to produce a part something like this one here, right there. So that one there requires a lot of sanding, because you have to sand this area right here, this long area, and then you also have to sand this part right here where the step is. So, okay, well, I haven't started my 70 Dodge Dart all winter, and today is about 50 degrees. Today is January 26th, so we'll see if it starts. I put a little gas in it, and it always helps if you take the choke off and don't flood it. Okay, well, I want to put a board underneath here, and it's going to be about 50 inches long, about 3 inches wide, and then I'll just nail it on there. This is poplar, and one of the characteristics of poplar is this green cast to this area right in here. That's kind of difficult to see, but I'm going to take my Sawzall, and we're going to cut the nails and make it into something else. So I got my Sawzall. I got a pretty sharp blade in it. I think I'll start down here. Now I got it part way apart. I'm just going to get these off of here. When you buy a hammer, it's better to buy one that's heavy. This one is about 22 ounces. I don't know if it says on here somewhere, but it's about 22 ounces. This is a framing hammer, and I don't prefer to have a wood handle, but anyway, you can if you want. Another thing is that these nails do not always come out easy. These are finishing nails, like that. I always have a bag for metal things like that. Another thing you can do with finishing nails You can pull them through something from the face. It doesn't matter though how you do it. I always have a bag over here for my metal stuff and separate them and everything. Poplar can be tough, so I notice there's a couple nails here. Just pound them in if they don't show on the face. This is the face here where I was sanding, and it's in good shape. So I'm going to square one end, and then I'm going to cut it to 50 inches. Well, in the days before Sharpies, we used something like this. It says rub-a-dub on there. Very difficult to see it because this is before Sharpies were used very much. I'm using an old trick that I learned a long time ago, but I made a hook. I made a hook like this out of steel rod. Then I put a bucket on the end of it, and I use that to hold my grinder and hook it on my ladder. So I'll take my rub-a-dub and mark it out. Now I've got it partially nailed on there. Now I'm just going to finish it up. These are 2-inch nails, galvanized nails. And then I put nails down through the top up here. So it should be good to go.